Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mancillon. I thought I'd come and say hello, wish you a good weekend. We're going through this very important portal alignment in the sky, and we have to stop this. It's like we're moving into this unity consciousness, but for that, we need to stop the pendulum of duality to bring about the glory of the light of God within the earth. The fifth dimension, entering into this fifth dimension, is the metaphysical return of God on the planet. So, I'm going to discuss various ideas. Thank you so much to subscribe if you're new to the channel, for your likes, your comments, your sharing, and for your donations. For it's like understand that all that is out there exists also within. It is because if it didn't exist within, we couldn't respond to anything that we see out there. But we have this double focal point. We're moving from a complete focal points of the outside world to an internal focal point, balanced out with the external energy, the alpha state of consciousness. But even within, there is a great deal of mystery in relationship to the focal point that we keep within. It is all directed by thoughts and intentions. For me, the minister of spirit within our mind is very deep, depending on our level of consciousness. Somebody who says yes, God will not impose his presence upon any anyone who doesn't understand it yet. But as a spiritualist, it's like I can see the minister of the Creator, of the I am presence. For my I am presence has extended into many souls, and then each soul has extended into many embodiment. So it's like, but it is at the very central core of who we truly are. And this ministry is very constant, it's very progressive, it's very unidirectional. Yet there's a lot of mystery in relationship to that, always. So it's like I always sometimes try to imagine the dimension, the consciousness of my I am present. Very important to imagine yourself. You're already a Buddha, you're a master, you're an ascended master. Imagine yourself as an angel. Imagine yourself for those imagination will those bursts of desire to become that will actually accelerate the process, to utilize our imagination to move into a higher state of consciousness. And for that, our spiritual minister what he's seeking is to discharge all fears, to remove all fear, and to teach us about love, self-love, unity with all, as well as unity with the Creator, the source. For God loves and has a plan for each and every one of us. Very, very important not to believe that God doesn't have a plan for that person or for us. So just remember that this love of God is really, even though you may not feel it all the time, yet it is grandiose. The plan of creation and the universe of the Creator is far more grandiose than anything we can even imagine. For we always have to go through phase of change. For the Creator, always transforming energy, so we cannot be attached to past reality because it's gone. So it's like we have to look what's potential before us and try to make it actual. For that is really what our presence is really working towards. Eventually, we'll move into light and life. We'll get into a permanent state of paradisical state of being. But and then there is like planetary stage of light and life, and system and constellation, local universe, minor sector, major sector, super universe. Eventually, the grand universe will all fuse in light and life, when all being will have attained supremacy, which is not for tomorrow, not today, not tomorrow, even on a cosmic level. It will take some time, and then that will initiate the greatest transformation that's ever been since the creation of the central universe. Will move on to the inauguration of a next level, of first transcendental level of universe reality. But it's we can already open the books and look into that, but first we need to realize the supremacy, the truth, the beauty and goodness of the God of time and space. And we'll see that the Father, the God of time and space, is an expression of the Father, before we search God on the ultimate level. So it's very important to personally, I'm completing a karma, a relationship. It was really painful. I'm not really sure the ins and outs of that, but it was so important for me to focus on that for 1 year. It was like all my ascension was based upon my ability to align with that person. And now when I think of that person, it's like it's a waste of time. It's like so I still have this mental habit but it's like I have to let go. So it's challenging. So it's very very important to focus on the blessings that are to come, on the joy that can be experienced, on the freedom and creativity. It's a very powerful week of transformations, and I realize you've been assigned angels, guides, masters, just to assist you with your ascension. It can be galactic family, galactic beings as well. The best tools we have is calling on the Supreme Creator, the One, the Almighty. Pray and imagine that you are communing with the source. Imagine the source is already with you as much as possible. And when you feel like there is like lower energies, or you feel like darker energies that can bother you, just call on the Archangel Michael. He will mediate. He's a mediator. All the archangels are mediator. They intervene between us and the source in relationship to the divine law. For all the archangels are they're great blessings, and they have armies of angels that are, so just call on those resources. Ascension requires us to pass through many portals, internal portals, as well as there is phases of transformation of the earth plane. So it's like and we'll sing a lot of that. And this earth plane is really being assisted by our inner light, and our inner light, our inner light is assisting, and our ability to receive the light from the cosmos, the great central sun. I'm going to pull one card to temper it. It's to be the observer, the divine neutrality, the neutral observer. For we have twin souls on the planet that's incarnated in physical form. It's not always relationships, and they may appear to be relationships, but sometimes it is just to face for our growth, a catalyst for our growth sometimes, and sometimes they can be lifelong partners as well. But we also have twin souls on the ascended planes, and so just be ready to don't close your mind into one aspect. Just keep an open mind in relationship to the great unity of all, and that there is many souls. Our souls is fragmented in such a way that we need to regroup all of the aspects of our soul, and so just this is really happening, and sometimes we need to feel the healing. There is a lot to heal, and for that you can call Raphael and Madame Marie. They work through the golden emerald ray of the heart. For me, I have Marianda also, my mom, who's no longer in this dimension, but she's working in this heart ray. So she often comes to see me. You can call on the Archangel Gabriel and the goddess Aurora for your ascension. You can call on the Lord Buddha, who is the Lord of the world, to the planetary logos, because Sanat Kumara has returned to turned to a solar position now. So the Lord Buddha is taking upon that function. You can call on the Lord Jesus and Maitreya for the teaching of the spiritual ascension, for all that is teaching about love and the future of cosmic reality. There are so many teachers that are present on the earth and in the higher planes, but your ultimate teacher is your I am presence. For we are hybrid race here on the planet. We're made of 13 different races, species, and so we need to blend in all to resolve the Orion parameter, the ability, the need to conquer and to force outcome, or the trauma of the reptilian brain. We can use also the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, the Lyrians, the Syrians. We have all kinds of genetic traits that are awakening. It's all ministered with great love and wisdom by I am presence, but. Understand intention creates thoughts, and thoughts create experiences. So be clear in your intention, so the thoughts will manifest positive intention. We are learning, we are masters of limitation here, but we need to learn to become master of our inner light, to be the master of the energy, how the magnetism works, because we live in a magnetic universe based on a single point of light. I'm going to discuss that, and so once we understand the law of magnetism, we can create more positive experience, and for that we need to make room for laughter, for joy, for play, for relaxation. For this pillar of light is like we connect it through a single string of light. It's very thin, and we need to make it larger and larger. Eventually, the pillar of light will descend, and there is a pendulum that swings. So we need to stop the pendulum of duality. and stop it in others. I stop the pendulum in duality within you for a moment. Just know that on the vertical axis, the freedom is always given on the vertical axis. And there are beings that have pushed the pendulum much farther to control the planet, so they created much more contrast. But we stop the pendulum of reality, and we align this light to the center of the earth and the great central sun that traverses our energy and can align our chakra. So we need to learn how magnetic energy works, because we live in a magnetic universe. We have a Elohim, Eloha, that is the creator within. And our mind, body, and soul needs to merge, and just as the seventh chakra needs to align with the seven God rays, to be harmonized. And with the expectation of the descension of the pillar of light eventually, but we need to traverse many portals before we can actually get to the full activation of our light body and be able to snap out of this reality, dematerialize, rematerialize. There's all kinds of magic power that will unfold as time goes on. So stillness and freedom is really important, to return to stillness and freedom regularly, and for because of this planetary transformation, there is so much dark energy. All those who will tell you that there is only light and we all ascended already, it's not true. We can imagine that, we visualize that, we anchor this energy, but there is still a lot of darkness. I'm sorry to say that. It's a deception of the dark, so they give up the fight and they just let it unfold and say, well, it's all done and everything. Yet it's like to contemplate the perfection of the energy of the center greatly assists. So it's maybe paradoxal, but in truth there is still much to do in relationship to creating this global ascension. But we do not need to learn to return to the center, the harmony, and to regularly, and for we cannot stabilize the whole planetary energies just by ourselves, but we have a lot of help from the galactics as well as all the light workers on the ground that are doing that works, because every effort that we do are contributing to the stabilization of the field in the higher frequency. Of course, it's normal that there could be at some time the fear in relationship to social, political, or financial changes and transformation of all the structure. So it's important to return to center, to trust the plan of the Creator, and to connect to your I Am presence and your guides, your connected self, beyond the ego, because the ego mind will always try to analyze and try to control outcomes. So it's about trusting, returning to the Ra consciousness, the unity of the one, the solar ray, and so just the love of God, and to connect to the love of God and keep a positive direction to whenever it's needed. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Did I pull some cards? No, I didn't pull some cards. I pulled some cards. I wasn't going to sing a song, but one came to my mind at the last minute. So movement of energy, and there is a great deal of movement of energy right now with all the configuration of the planetary alignment in the sky. The wisdom is divine support, is to know that the divine is supporting us, it's supporting all of those who have goodwill, and is shrinking the power of those who do not. We still want to be in non-judgment, but what we need to understand is the achievement. We're achieving a great deal, and there's a lot. It's not always manifest right away, but it's all recorded within our cache. So what we need to do is steadfastness, and to be steadfast, to hold on, to be really within our own truth, and the outcome will be joy. There is a great deal of joy that will be manifesting in this coming times. So it's just we just need to learn a little bit of patience, because things only happens when they happen. So it's like the will of God is perfect. It's not easy to accept, and sometimes we need to accept conditions that are less than ideals, because there is lessons to be learned. Maybe I'm not really sure. For me, it's been like a very challenging experience the past 12 months with this one soul connection that's been throwing me through in the deep end. So it's like the observer of the day is the power. It's like we need to we're returning to our sovereign strength and power, to be independent, to be connected to the infinity of the light of the Creator. The higher wisdom is simplicity. Keep things simple. The unity of the love of God is very simple. It's the mind and all those what the mind has created that makes things complicated. But so keep things simple and spiritual. what we need to understand is illumination. There is an illumination that is going on. What we need to do is purification, to continue this purification. For me, it's really hard to start my day because Spirit is asking me to give up coffee, and I'm really having a hard time giving it up. I love coffee, and it's like it activates my mind, and so but I'm trying to comply with what I've been asked to do, and the outcome will be success. So success is already we're already a success. We don't need to wait for our success, but it will be manifesting into the world in a way that is far greater than we even imagined it to be. Because there is a power shift in many ways, just on the internal and external changes. So just don't worry, be happy, and it's a wonderful song. Don't worry, be happy. So this is another song of the Beatles. I'm gonna say it's an original song. If you saw this movie called Yesterday, it's a story of an Hindu pop singer who's not very talented, but he goes into a coma and he wakes up. The Beatles have never existed, so he remembers a few songs of the Beatles and becomes a planetary star from one day to the next, because he remembers some of those songs. The Beatles never existed, so they're beautiful songs. Oh, it's a little song. It's not an original song. It's from the Beatles. It's called All My Loving. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and I hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, oh, all my loving I will send to you. Well, if the Beatles never existed, let me know. Maybe we can bring back well, just a joke, but it's a pretty interesting concept. Well, it's like if you go back in time, like with what you know today, you can just utilize the knowledge you have. There's been many movies done about to that effect. What the observer of the day is hope. Continue to keep hope very active. Hope is really what's left when everything else is gone. Hope is there. It's what was left in the Pandora's box. What Prometheus put in the box, in the jar. The wisdom is energy, to become the master of energy, to understand the magnetic powers of the universe, to flow with a higher current. What we need to understand is the healing. There is a healing that is happening. We have to be in acceptance of it, in the gratitude and our receptivity of it through the heart. What we need to do is complementarity, to accept that people are very complementary to us, just as we are complementary to others, and we are all complementary within the grand design. And the outcome will be action. We're going to be moved into action, and we're going to be called into action, and this action will bring happiness. So I wish you a wonderful weekend. I thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.